don't know what I expected, but it really wasn't this.
Amazing, isn't it? I was surprised when I first came here too.
There aren't any windows or skylights in here, but it's still so light.
The ruins are made of stone with a high ragnite concentration. It lights itself.
It's uncanny.
Look at this. Something's written on the wall here.
It's in Old Northern script.
Old Northern?
It was the dominant writing system in Europa. You still see it on a lot of old monuments.
Do you know how to read it, Faldio?
Yeah, we just covered it this last year. Let's take a look. It's more or less a recounting of the Darkson calamity as the history books tell it. The Darksons unlocked some secret property of Ragnite and tried to conquer the continent. 100 cities raised its fell light, 100,000 men and beast therewith. It says this area used to be one of the cities lost in that purge as well.
So they did use Ragnite.
It was in the middle of that destruction that the Valkyrur suddenly came into the picture. Supposedly they rose to face the Darksons, armed with sacred lances, blue with flame. That became the War of the Valkyrie.
I had a picture book about that as a girl. But it's fiction, right? Like a fairy tale.
Ruins like these dot the European map, traces of the culture that once ruled the continent. The majority of the anthropological community now agrees that the Valkyrur did exist.
Wow, this is so educational.
The Valkyrie won and rose to power, while the Darksons were scattered across Europa. There are some who worship the Valkyrie as the saviors of Europa even today. Meanwhile, the Darksons got branded with the stigma of their past and were persecuted. With no land of their own, they had to work as itinerant laborers and Ragnite miners.
Which is why there are so many Darksons still working in the industrial sector today.
I never knew that. Come to think of it, Isara's dad was an engineer, wasn't he?
Anyway, that's enough history for today. Let's keep checking for Imperial tracks.
I've been looking, but I still ain't seen nothing but sand. Those imps got some strange tastes if they're sunning themselves out here. What's got you, Rosie? Ain't like you to be so quiet. You got the runs or something?
You're foul, Largo. And I'm just annoyed. Takes some kind of brass to blow up a chunk of turf this big, don't you think? Looks like the Dark Hairs have been bad news for the rest of us folks since day one.
What do you mean by that?
What do you think I mean?
No archaeological proof exists to support the theory that Darksons destroyed Barious.
Look around! How much more proof do you need?
And it's an unfair generalization to assume that all Darksons cause trouble for others.
You saying you don't? Look, it's 'cause of you people that my whole...
All right, time out, you two.
You stay out of this, Largo!
We're on patrol here. You keep squawking, and we're likely to get sniped. You too, kid. You know Rosie's got a temper on her. She wouldn't go off if you didn't talk back.
I don't believe anything I've said is untrue.
Stubborn as mules, both of you.
Faldio, what is that?
It's called the Valkyrian Spiral.
Okay, so what is it?
I was talking about their power before, remember? The sacred blue flame? The spiral motif on their relief carvings are said to represent inexhaustible power.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Still, we haven't seen any Imperials here. Not even any signs of entry. I guess it's possible that this wasn't what brought the Empire out here.
Well, the others are waiting. Let's go back.
Sure, let's go.
Huh?
What in the...
Alicia, what just happened?
I don't know. I barely even touched it and this door just opened.
Whoa.
It looks like it keeps going.
An underground chamber in the Barious ruins. This is a huge discovery.
Should we go in?
Do you have to ask?
All right, let's take a look. Whoa, what is this place?
It seems like it goes on forever.
Wow, look at this wall. Amazing.
There are engravings everywhere. What do they say, Faldio?
I'm not sure. I wish I could tell you. They're too ancient for me to decipher.
Welkin! We're not alone.
Who's there?
Well, how surprising to find you here. We don't get many visitors. I won't ask how you were able to break in. It's not really important. But you defile this sanctum with your presence.
Guys, that's Maximilian.
Maximilian? Wait, but he's the enemy commander. Hold it right there! You take one more step and I'll shoot you down, I swear I will! What?
Lower your weapon. Your lives are worthless to me, but I do not wish to stain this sacred place with blood. If you are determined to have this confrontation, why don't we settle it outside?
Welkin.
Welkin? So... you're the brat who's responsible. My compliments for the Vassal Bridge and the base in Cloden. You quite impressed Jaeger. He was singing your praises, boy. Silvaria, come.
Sir.
Now's our chance to take out their commander.
She's right, Faldio. Let's go!
Right.
Let me catch you up on the current situation. You'll commence combat now. Stay sharp out there.
That tank is our target. We have to stop it. Squad 7, move out!
Now, dear Gallians, flee or be crushed underfoot of the batters.
Your Grace, I will eliminate the forces east of the temple, then return to provide support.
Very well. Though I doubt I shall require your assistance. The Battermist shall rest atop their riven camp before long.
Welkin, take a look at that tank.
Holy. With armor like that, I don't figure my anti-tank lance would do much good.
And I don't like the look of that cannon. Standing in front of that thing's a bad idea.
Let's watch and wait for now. It has to have some kind of weak point.
Sweet dreams.
stopping me!
Just watch this. Entering combat. I love nature. Concentrate your fire. Don't let up on the offense. Don't get spooked, soldier. Follow me. Take this! Just try and stop me! Get ready for a breakdown! I'll probably miss. Then wait here. Take this! Man down, everybody be careful. Just watch this.
Capturing a camp is for the feeble. A needless bother when it can be crushed outright.
He's just gonna mow our camps down.
Keep your head, Lieutenant. That desert is covered by parts of standing ruins. If you shell unstable walls, fragments may fall and block the enemy's tank progress.
Roger that. I'll give it a try.
The team east of the temple is in bad shape. Some woman is sending up some major fireworks. At this rate, they'll be forced to withdraw.
I understand. We'll try to hold our ground here. All right. Let's slow that behemoth down with as much rubble as we can throw in front of it. Welkin cannon is lethal. There must be a way to stop that thing.
Welks, look at that.
What are those? They're sticking up out of the top of the tank.
They're radiators, heat sinks for dissipating the temperature of the Ragnite fuel cell. They must be using them to cool the cannon after firing it. Welks, if we destroy them, it could greatly upset the tank's function and stability.
All right, let's try it. We just need to get to those radiators after the cannon fires.
They're positioned atop the tank, so ground units will need to climb the ladders.
Okay, we've got to take out the guns and get troops onto that tank.
Heed my words and no victory. Loose your fire, men! Annihilate our enemies!
Just watch this.
Keep it up, Sevens!
Lieutenant, Squads 1 and 3 have suffered heavy losses out east. I'm pulling them out.
Welkin, it's me, Faldio. I'm sorry, but we couldn't do a thing against her. She had a spiral lance and shield. They were the arms of a Valkyria, Welkin.
It's likely her unit will be arriving there soon, as backup. Do not, I repeat, do not engage her. Now hurry up and stop that tank.
Understood. We need those radiators out now, Sevens!
Been waiting here. Try to keep your heads down. Boom! Been waiting here. Just watch this. You're done! I'll take care of it. Here goes! Enemy unit neutralized! Roger that! Doesn't it have any weak spots? Just try and stop me! Get ready for a breakdown! Roger. We've got much left. Command and rest. Take this!
Heed my words and no victory. Loose your fire, men! Annihilate our enemies!
Just watch this.
After me, kiddos! Lord Maximilian. Cobalt flames of the Valkyrur. Smite our foes! All forces, there stands Gallia! Claim her!
Backup troops have arrived. If the reports are true, we can't beat it. Everyone, focus on that last radiator.
Then wait here. Don't move around unnecessarily. Just leave it to me.
Medic!
Just a little longer, almost there.
You're gonna make it! Just stay strong!
Gallia to 3 o'clock. Distance 600 meters. Just watch this. Been waiting here. You're done! Roger! Enemy there!
Sweet dreams.
Nice work! Keep taking him down! Easy right now. This is an order!
All of you, focus on defense! Heed my words and no victory. Loose your fire, men! Annihilate our enemies!
Got it. Thank you. Roger that.
This is an order! All of you, focus on defense!
Roger! Enemy found! Going time!
All right! That's the last of the radiators! Ah! Presumptuous little vermin.
Your Grace! Are you alright?
Fine. The tank itself is perfectly intact. Though not for long at this rate.
Understood. I'll be there momentarily, sir.
The enemy tank has been damaged. That should also impair its defenses, Sevens. Everybody, concentrate fire on that tank. Take it down!
You're dead!
us to this rabble.
Your Grace, are you injured?
Silvaria, plans for the Marmota must be adjusted to account for these failures.
In due time, Grace. You're in danger here. My men will see you to safety.
Yes! We managed to beat that thing back!
Nice work out there, Lieutenant. I've sent the rest of the Eastern team to join you there.
Welks, the enemy forces have begun to retreat.
Then it's our turn to advance! Don't let Maximilian get away!
She deflected a tank shell.
Such power.
I see Gallia's peasant army has the will to win. All units, retreat! Protect His Grace at all costs!
We drove the Empire back, but not without sustaining heavy casualties ourselves.
We never thought the commander of the entire Imperial force would be there.
Not just the commander. Maximilian had that woman with him. What was she? I can't believe she's human.
In her hands borne cobalt lance and shield, therewith to strike down all man's arrows.
What?
One account of the Valkyrie describes them in those terms.
You can't mean that she... But they existed thousands of years ago. If they'd survived, we'd know.
I'm not saying I'd buy all the legends either. I realize that it sounds a little crazy.
But what we saw out there could only have been the Valkyria of legend.
I know.
We drove the Empire back, but not without sustaining heavy casualties ourselves.
We never thought the commander of the entire Imperial force would be there.
Not just the commander. Maximilian had that woman with him. What was she? I can't believe she's human.
In her hands borne cobalt lance and shield, therewith to strike down all man's arrows.
What?
One account of the Valkyrie describes them in those terms.
You can't mean that she... But they existed thousands of years ago. If they'd survived, we'd know.
I'm not saying I'd buy all the legends either. I realize that it sounds a little crazy.
But what we saw out there could only have been the Valkyria of legend.
I know.